So what's a variable? It has a formal definition. It's a particular location in the memory that is paired up with a value, something like this. It's a formal definition of a variable, but I will not go that deeper. I will just simply say a variable is a thing that you give a name to and assign a value to. For example, I write apple. So apple itself is nothing. We shoved it, right? If you do not use any quotation marks, then apple itself is something that may cause an error because it's nothing, as you can see. But if you write it in quotation mark, it will not cause any problem because it's a string now. But I can do something like this. I can put this apple as a variable and put this equation mark and set this the value 2. And now apple equals 2. And now here, apple is the name of the variable, as you can see here. And 2 is the value of that very variable. So the rough notation is like this. Variable equals value. That's it. And if you now print variable, I will show what printing does. It simply returns the value. If you print variable, if you print apple, the result will be 2, no longer apple, because apple is just a name. So variable equals value. And if you print the name of the variable, it will return the value, okay? That's it. I think it's quite understandable. So what's a variable? Variable is something that you can assign the value to. Dynamic change, okay. Here, in this code block, I assign 2 to the name apple, to the variable apple. But in the second code block, I can assign something different to the same variable. For example, 4. And again, if I print that variable, it will return 4, no longer 2, because it dynamically changed. And it's called dynamic change. As you can see, I assigned 2 to apple in the previous code block, but 4 in the second code block. But the result is 4. So from now on, apple is 4. The program, the computer forgot about 2. Okay, it's called dynamic change. That's it. And let's move on. So you can assign a float number to a variable as well. It's also possible. Okay, let's do something different and interesting. As you could see, we could concatenate 2 strings. It seems like we could add 2 strings. Hello plus 2. And we can also multiplicate them. Let's write a telephone as a string multiplied by 3. The result will be telephone, telephone, telephone. So rather than writing them down for 3 times, simply multiplicate it by 3. It may sound and it may seem very confusing, but in fact, it just requires some practice. It's really easy, believe me. Rather than just adding these 3 strings to each other, simply write telephone multiplied by 3 and the result will be this. That's it. If you write 2, it will be like that. That's it. Okay, nothing else. Let's see what will happen if I multiply it by 0. Nothing, because there's nothing to write, okay? It is empty quotation mark. There's nothing between it. That's it. I think you could understand it. And let's do something different. Let's do the same thing with variables. Apple 3. The result will be 12 because apple equals 4. And let's see whether I can multiply variables by themselves. The result will be 16 because apple is 4. But what if apple was a string? Could I still do that? Apple multiplied by itself? No, it will be an error again because apple is now a string and I cannot multiply it by itself. But if apple is 4, then I can do it because 4 is an integer. Okay, I hope I could explain it. Apple times apple is an error if apple is a string, but apple times apple is like returns the result is if apple is an integer by value. Okay, that's it. And let's move on. We talked about them. I think they're quite easy. You can set more than one variables in one code block. A equals 1, B equals 3, and just simply write print A plus B. The result will be 4. That's it. It's quite easy because A is 1 and B is 3, and it means plus print 1 plus 3. Okay, let's do something interesting. Again, A is 1, B is 3, but what if I want to exchange the values of the variables? I want to set 3 to A and 1 to B, but I don't want to do it by hand. I don't want to do it manually. Like, I can write something like this. B is 1 and A is 3, and that's okay, but I don't want to do it by hand. Let's find something different. Simply write A, comma, B equals B, comma, A. Sorry, what happened, guys? B, comma, A. And let's print A and B again. The result will be 3 and 1 because now A is 3 and B is 1. Because I changed the values, okay? Now A equals B and B equals A. I exchanged the values of the variables so that if I print them again, I will see that they no longer have the same values, okay? That's it. I changed it. Remember, this is very, very useful. And okay, let's move on to these notations. They're really important. Let's write I equals 4 and I equals I plus 1. Print I. The result is 5. I can also write it like this. I plus equals 1. Print I. Now the result will be 6 because I is already 5. This and this are the same notations. It also means that you have to add 1 to I. Okay, so it equals I plus equal 1. That's it. It's too easy. It's also applicable to the multiplication process. If you write I equals 2 and I equals I multiplied by 3 and print I, the result will be 6. But if you want, you can also write it like this. Multiplication equals 3. The result again will be 6. That's it. Okay, it's very easy. We said them. Okay, I also talked about this. It takes the integer part, not rounding, not truncating, but taking the integer. Okay, let's talk about this percentage thing. In fact, in mathematics, it's called arithmetic modulo. 50 percentage 2. The result is 0 because it returns the remainder. Okay, but if I write 57 and 2, the result will be 1 because when you divide 57 by 2, the result is 28 and the remainder is 1, and this operator returns the remainder, which is arithmetic modulo in mathematics. It will also be useful. And some more examples for finding the power of something. 64 to the power 0.5, it means find the square root of 64, right? Which is 8. Or 8 to the power of 1/3. Of course, the result will be 2 because it means like find the cube root of 8, which is 2. I think it's very easy. A equals 4 and minus A equals minus 4. Very easy. And it equals minus 1 multiplied by A, the same thing. And this is kind of sequence of operations. First you find this part, 4 times 3, which is 12 divided by 2, which is 6, and then 8 plus 6 minus 18, which is minus 4, and as you can see, the result is float. Or let's have a look on this. These two are the same things. 4 times 3 divided by 2, and whatever you get, just add it to 8 and subtract 18. That's it.